to me, it just points to what I believe is widespread may not be the right word, but there is a anti-LeBron movement within the league, anti-Rich Paul and LeBron, and people trying to undermine their ability to have success to the point advising people not to take the Lakers job. I don't know how I feel about it. It's inevitable. Again, we've talked about this for the past month or so. When you seize as much power as Rich Paul and LeBron have, there are going to be people that try to counteract that.
Yeah, the anti-LeBron movement is real, but it's being trumped, and it's actually predated by the anti-Laker movement, if you really want to be real about it. Luke Walton was told by his dad, Bill Walton, don't you go down there and take that job. And Luke, the son, did what he had to do. Now he's up in Sacramento. But I remember those moments when they were trying to get Luke Walton and poach him from the Golden State Warriors as a young talent. You talk about LeBron, the anti-LeBron movement, it's twofold. One, you're on the Lakers in that coaching carousel. In the last 8 years, 6 coaches. Damn it. Averaging 33 wins and no playoff appearances. So it's an anti-LeBron movement that just got morphed into an anti-Laker movement, and all of their issues since the change in ownership. They have not figured themselves out and which way is up with this franchise.
Now, are there people out there, individuals out there, who are advising these guys not to take this job because
Popovich.
Pop, I say that a little bit louder.
Phil Jackson.
Maybe so, but let's keep it real. One of the main reasons why this job is such attractive, because of that guy right there, LeBron James in the helm. Yeah, I know it's an open position, and I know it's the Los Angeles Lakers, but you're not – look, LeBron, it takes a special coach to be able to reach out to him, to be able to get the best out of him. It's only a few have been able to do it. Spoelstra, Tyronn Lue. So if you're a coach and you get the chance to coach LeBron James and you take that team to great heights, you'll be revered and cherished throughout your whole entire career. So this is a great opportunity for Tyronn Lue again and Monty Williams. Yes, there are people saying don't take the job. He's running the show, him and Rich Paul. But look, man, what makes that team attractive is you got LeBron. If you got LeBron, that's the opportunity for other guys to come on and build this championship team.
Yeah, and look, there might be some fair questions down the line of, hey, LeBron was having that groin injury. Is this a sneak preview of what's to come with Father Time? But the larger issue is the front office. They haven't replaced Magic Johnson's position yet. All signs indicate that Rob Pelinka's having that position. He's not well liked around the NBA. And when you look at the previous front office with Mitch Kupchak and Jeanie Buss, they had all those free agency strikeouts, and the reason why there were those free agency strikeouts, it went beyond the fact that Kobe had that extension, he was injured. It was because they didn't have that clarity of what the roster direction was. You had a mix of young guys that were unproven. You had a mix of guys on one-year deals that had varying success. And when you fast forward now, it's almost to a similar degree what the Lakers story is as well.
Marcellus, I liked your point because I hadn't even thought about the Lakers are the most favored team in NBA history in terms of Wilt Chamberlain magically wound up here. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar magically. Shaquille O'Neal. Whatever the biggest thing going is just happens to end up with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
That creates jealousy. That creates come on, the NBA is favoring these guys. They want that franchise propped up. And so there will be people on the other side of that seesaw trying to send it the other way, and perhaps LeBron and Rich Paul are getting swept up in that as well. I saw this conversation with Stephen A. Smith earlier today, and I think it would be a great play by Jeanie Buss if they could offer Pat Riley part of the franchise, the presidency. That, to me, is a real solution to the Lakers' problems.
Look, it is a solution because we all know the greatness of Pat Riley in terms of his role in running the organization. It's a smart move, but it's the same old Lakers move. And it's interesting. I heard someone term it this way. My man Ben Lyons said the Lakers make musty moves. And when he means musty moves, like the same old tired, stinky.
Pat Riley?
I'm just going to let me get through this.
You call Pat Riley musty?
I'm not saying no. I said Pat Riley's a smart one, but it's the same Lakers move. The Lakers eat their own. Jeanie Buss and Jeanie Buss. Y'all know how that went down? Do you know what she said about her own brother?
Yeah.
You see how I treat him? think how I get after anybody else.
Yeah.
Steve Ballmer kind of took notice of that as well. Okay, that's fine. That's sibling relationship. Let's talk about who they bring in as coaches. Let's bring in our guys. Who has Lakers ties? Byron Scott. How'd that go down? Boy, they made Byron have 4 interviews knowing that all they was doing was just trying to prop him up to tear him down. Luke Walton, one of your own. Where is Jerry West? In the same building.
With the Clippers.
With the Clippers. They eat their own. So Pat Riley is a smart play because he's Pat Riley. But if I'm Pat Riley, one, I'm not coming to California for that millionaire 13% tax. I got a boat in the back of my house in Florida. I'm not going there when you eat your own as a Lakers franchise. So smart to get him, but not smart for him to come.
No, that's a different story. That's a different topic. But you're saying, it sounded like the way you were saying it, it's like they have no business going after Pat Riley.
I think that Pat Riley should take the call out of respect because that's where it started, but then hang up that phone because it's better where you are.
Okay, no, I agree with you there.
Disagree.
You disagree?
You disagree?
It's a better job. The Lakers, again, Wilt, Kareem, Shaq, LeBron.
Peace, stability, success.
Yeah,
happiness.
Structure.
Structure.
Yeah.
He's going to install the structure. They're going to give him total control.
Like they did with Magic,
You think Jeanie will?
Like they did with Magic, right?
They have no choice.
Like they did with Magic, right? Yeah, right.
Don't Magic and Pat Riley ain't the same when it comes to that executive.
I agree, but the power is not the same either.
I agree. But I do think, look, if that's true, they're heading in the right direction. Because we've all talked about they need somebody experienced and competent in that front office. Rob Pelinka doesn't have the experience. And for you talk to a lot of agents, a lot of executives out there, he doesn't have the people skills to connect. Pat Riley has all that, and he has a resume. So if you can pull that off, that would be a big coup. And I know they like to keep it in the Laker family. Look, if you want to keep it in the Laker family, there's only 2 options out there. Jerry and Pat.
And to your larger point, Pat's a good move because he has the experience, he's putting in the work. But the larger direction that the Lakers should be going to is they should be reaching out and getting permission to talk to the Bob Myers of the world and the Sam Presties and the R.C. Bufords. Maybe some of them say no, but if they come to them and say, what's it going to take? Here is a blank check. You are going to have that elevated position where you are in the position of power. That will get them back to where they are. It seems like right now they're really stuck in sticking within the Laker family, but then not allowing them to do their job.
Well, if Pat Riley's the only play to me that makes sense because he has had success with LeBron James. He understands exactly what he would be getting into. And look, it gives them the option, in my opinion. Let's say LeBron won't get on board with Pat Riley. That gives them the out to move on from LeBron if that's what they want to do.
LeBron did move on from Pat Riley before, and I mean had Dwayne Wade and Pat Riley chasing him around in some Olympic year, like on G5s. It's crazy. I say musty moves. They need to cleanse their thinking. Do something out the box. If Pat Riley takes the call like, oh, you're calling me because of our Laker ties and our history. And didn't you call Magic with the same conversation? Didn't you call Byron? Didn't you call, like, even if they're different levels, it's still how the principle of how you treat someone. I'm just not liking the treatment.
It's a proven track record. It would be,
respect.
This to me would be like saying the Buffalo Bills shouldn't call Bill Belichick.
No. Well, I don't see that because
that ain't musty.
Well, one, he ain't got no Buffalo Bills connection, so they ain't even gonna call him.
Well, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I respect what you're saying. It's just the Lakers. There's 2 plays here. Do the same thing, which is within our Rolodex of past players or past executives who can we call. Or go, like you said, RCB, for anybody out there who's really doing this, who's not going to sit there and say, oh, you just called me because of I'm on speed dial because I'm a Laker.
Tell you what, next time I see Pat Riley, I'm going to give him a good smell. I want to see if this is legit.
Lakers, not Pat Riley.
Marcellus, you married now. You don't remember your single days when you left one girlfriend and you would call an old girlfriend just to get you through? So, coming up.